How to Become a People's Magnet. Written by Marc, Reklau. Your success and happiness in life to a great extent depends on how well you go along with other people. Are you able to influence or persuade people? Although success can mean something entirely different from each person's, however, there is one common denominating factor, and that is how well do you really deal with people? I teach people that everyone is 100% responsible for their own happiness. But truth be told, people are huge factors that can influence your happiness and unhappiness enormously. If you get along well with people, doors will open where there was none before. We have to learn how to go along with people so that we can be happy and at the same time leave our counterpart egos intact. The most successful people are the ones who best get along with other people. Scientists tells us that the number one predictor of success and happiness is our social relationship. The happiest people most times are not smarter than we are, yet they are the ones with the most greatest people skill. You can't force people to like you, and this book is not about being people's pleasing. But if you can work on your people skill, you will see that people naturally or magically just cooperate with you easily. They will appreciate you more, and they will give you that approval or acceptance that you've been craving for. And the best part of it is that all this will happen naturally without you forcing it. If you are rude to people, people will be rude to you. But if you are nice and kind to people, people will be kind to you too. Remember, what goes around comes back around. But if you feel I'll work on my people skill only when people start accepting me more, it's just like you saying I'll ask for water only when I'm no longer thirsty. Understanding humans' nature. If you want to build a people skill, the first thing you have to do is to learn to understand people and why they act the way they do. Understand why they react in some kind of manner in a particular circumstance. Understanding people means recognizing people for what they are. But here is a highlight. No matter who you think you are, people will be 1000% interested in themselves than interested in you. So here is the most important subject matter. The most important subject matter anyone who wants to talk about with you is themselves. So when you talk to people about themselves, they will love you more for your wise choice of subjects. They will be totally fascinated by the subject and show enormous interest. Have you ever been in a networking meeting or a social event gathering and had to sit close to a person who just wants to talk about himself every time? How did you feel? Were you attracted to that person? When you are talking to people, forget the word I, me, myself for a while. Rather, substitute it with words that will make you a best conversational partner. Words like you, us, ourselves. Is there anything I can help you with? This can be beneficial for you. How are you today? With this, your powerful influence will increase a significant degree. Stop talking about yourself and start talking about the person in front of you. Make people feel important. What makes people do the things they do, either good or bad? It is the desire to be recognized, the desire to be important, the desire to be noticed, the desire to be someone. This is the most powerful motive for doing good things, and of course, for the twisted minds, it is also the reason for doing bad things. Make people feel very important, and the more you make them feel important, the faster they respond to you. Yes, you have the power to make anybody anywhere like themselves. Make them feel appreciated. Give every person you meet the reason to improve on themselves. Do not ignore people. Do not talk down on them either. Listen to them when they talk. Do not listen to people. They feel unimportant. Compliment people if it's a sincere compliment. Recognize and appreciate them in every possible way. Let them finish their statement. Do not interrupt people. Make a short pause before answering. This gives them a feeling that you have listened closely and are interested in what they have to say. You can also nod while they are talking to show you are actually following. Agreements with people. This technique will get you very far, believe me. Nothing will help you more than being agreeable. People do not like it when people disagree with them. Adopt the attitude of being agreeable. Learn to agree with people and let them know by nodding your head, saying yes, and totally agreeing. Yes, I know that there is always the magic question in our mind. If we carefully examine ourselves, we can ask ourselves this question: do I want to be the right person, or do I want to be a person of peace? Do not argue if you are right. Why? Easy. Because nobody ever wins an argument. Both persons loses. Some people may just want to provoke you because they just love fighting. They feed on fights. But there is a saying that goes, if one doesn't want to fight, two won't fight. Ignore the fighter, change the subject, walk away. If you make a mistake, admit it. It's a sign of a strong person, and you'll be admired for it. Average and mediocre people don't admit their mistakes. Make people like you immediately. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, so make people like you immediately. An old cheesy statement that's very true. Expert says that people subconsciously decide to like us or not in a couple of seconds. The first few seconds, they decide in which direction our relationship goes. Once this decision is made, it is very difficult to change it. The first few seconds, smile and smile again. In the first moment, when the door opens and you make an eye contact even before you say a thing, give the person the most sincere smile. Smile always. Smile to the baker, smile at the subway, to the newspaper man standing and see what's going to happen. Smile even when you are talking on the phone. The person on the other end of the phone will notice it because smiling is contagious. In most cases, people will smile back because smiling is contagious. Be nice to people and people will be nice to you. Be rude to people and people will be rude to you. Remember, what goes around comes back around. How to connect with people. Find out what interests people and then start a conversation about it. This can help you in making new friends. How to develop an attractive personality. Going through life, we all want to be liked. We all want to attract friends and clients naturally. Becoming an influencer. Influencing people is not to get them to do what you want magically, but rather logically. If you do that, you are not an influencer, rather you are a manipulator. One of the ways to be a good influencer is to wish the best for the people you want to influence. Because this power, just like the power of the electricity of an atom, can be used to create something beautiful or destroy. So if you are not careful with the kind of influence you want, it will destroy you. Choose wisely. First, find out what they are looking for. If it's security, provide them with security or talk to them on how they can protect themselves. If it's how they can leave their 9 to 5 jobs, then talk to them on how to leverage on stay-at-home jobs. That way you are genuinely caring for people. Be authentic, be transparent. If you want to be successful with people, you have to be real, you have to be authentic. Be you, don't play any role. Let people feel you. Know what they see and then expect what to get. On your own part, know your strength and know your weakness. Accept vulnerability and take responsibility for your mistake. That's all you have to do. You don't have to fear the judgment of others. They will love you for being real. The worst thing you can ever do is to say things or agree with people just to please them. That's not being a skilled people's person. As a matter of fact, that is a sign of low self-esteem. Your truth. Don't be a Marc. Stop playing roles to please people. Stop faking. Allow yourself to be you. The rewards are awesome. Enough, you will notice that the more you are yourself, the more people will be attracted to you. Right? Stop playing roles. Just be you. Communicate effectively. One thing successful people have in common is a very good communication skill. They are very good at communicating, know exactly how to express themselves, ideas, wishes, wants, hopes, and disappointments. How to start a conversation with strangers. Stop being afraid of saying something too trivial, something inadequate, or something that makes no sense at all. And above all, relax. You don't have or you don't need to be perfect, so stop trying. Body can fascinate others all the time. Be authentic. Speak from the heart. People will appreciate it. Don't be selfish. As humans, you will always be tempted to talk about yourself. You want to shine. You want to be admired. You want to be acknowledged. You want to impress. Resist the temptation. If you keep focusing the conversation on others rather than yourself, they will have much higher opinion of you rather than themselves. Only talk about yourself when you are invited to. If so, let's say thank you. Not enough to feel grateful and appreciative towards people and staying silent. You must show this gratitude and appreciation to everyone who deserves it. It's human nature to like to be appreciated, and the attitude of showing gratitude has countless benefits. Practice it for a couple of weeks. Bet me, you'll be happier, more optimistic, and more socially connected. Stop gossiping. Stop gossiping if you want to have success in dealing with other people. I know it's very tempting to want to hear the latest rumor from other people's problem, but the thing is, the persons feeding you with this rumor will start spreading rumors about you once you turn your back on them. What is even bad for your reputation is when you are the one spreading the dirty stories. Stop judging. Stop judging if you want to become an influencer. Put yourself in other people's shoes and walk a mile in them before you even think of judging them. Everybody we meet on our journey is fighting their own unique battle, and we have no idea what they are dealing with, just as they have no idea of what we are going through. Be kind to show sympathy. Before judging people, we should set our own house in order. Don't judge people once you are tempted to judge. Take a look at yourself and see if you have the flaws. Then, if you don't, you are permitted to correct them constructively. Forgive everyone. Keep your word. Remember, a good reputation built over time or over a long time can be destroyed in seconds. For example, if you talk a lot and do not follow in action, people will lose trust in you. This is the worst that can happen because all personal and professional relationships are built on trust. Over-deliver in everything you do. Mean everything you say. Wishy-washy talk. If you don't mean it, don't say it. Do what you say you are going to do. Never tell a lie. Do not want to do something, tell people the truth right away. Don't play with people's emotions. Say things only to impress. Be authentic. When you tell lies or when you want to impress people constantly, what you are actually transmitting yourself into is telling people that I am not good enough as I need to be with someone else so that the next person could like you. Do not promise greatness, then deliver mediocrity. This will damage your reputation and will repel people. Promise and over-deliver. This to boost your value in the eyes of others. Most importantly, in the eyes of the toughest critic, which is yourself. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Remember people's name. Our name is the most significant connection to our identity and individuality. Set us apart and makes us unique among others. It's even the most important word in their life or in their world. So many of us don't remember names most times because we are so busy. Remember people's name. You will make people feel more important, and most importantly, you will build better relationships and trust. Show kindness and respect. Never let kind words go to waste by not saying them back. Tell people the kind of things you want or you would love to hear. Don't spare praise or acknowledgement, as it does miracles and it's completely free. It doesn't lust you to say a nice word to others. So from now on, go through life looking for someone or something to praise. It's not sincere, then don't give it a praise. Always show kindness and respect. Don't give direct orders. It is more easier for people to accept a decision or an order if they at least feel that they had their own part in the process. Even if you have a challenge, it's much better to explain it to your employees, friends, or family than give them strict orders. Believe in people's potential. Be an example. Remain humble. Why some people in our ego-driven world think that humble persons are weak and passive and are completely lacking of self-respect, science and religious scholars agree that humility is a virtue. A friend of mine lost a multi-$100,000 business opportunity because she showed up 15 minutes late for a business appointment. It's a Germany company. Why in some cultural circles, unpunctuality is normal, but for a highly developed country, it is impolite to be unpunctual. So, I will advise you arrive 10 minutes earlier to your interview. The power of focus. Power of focus is one of the most decisive influences of your daily life. Our focus creates our reality, so we see what we focus on. Finally, conflict or negotiation is one most important ingredient to have a common goal. A common goal can be focusing on people's strengths in order to see them in an entirety of a new way. With this, we have come to the end of the book, How to Become a People's Magnet by Marc Reklau. Warm welcome to all our first-time viewers. I remain your host, Miracle Chisom, and this is Smash Book Special Broadcast with Miracle Chisom. Please, if you know you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do that to enable us gain more visibility on this space. Please like the video, share our links, and help others get productive by letting people know about Smash Book Special Broadcast. I love you so much. See you next week Friday. Bye.